Okay, so I know it's been a little bit since I've done a tutorial video on the actual just drawing and whatever. Um, yeah, anyway, so that's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to show a little more techniques on how to do some drawing or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to start up with a picture that I did over the weekend. Let's see if I can bring it up here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this too well. I hope you can, but this is a drawing I did. This one was done completely, entirely in SketchUp on my tablet. I don't know. It's a different style. It's very cartoony. I don't do this style all the time, but it's a good style to try. Anyway, so basically I started this off with just doing like lines and such, and the car back there, it's really hard to see. I'll put a picture of the final drawing at the end of the video so you can see it in full, really in good quality, sorry. But anyway, you'll be able to see it better in the picture, but the car was, I think, one of my favorite things to do because it really shines, I think. It just kind of adds to this whole old kind of style of this picture. The camera's kind of cutting out a lot of it. But anyway, though, enough of me talking. Let's start. Let's start on something new. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off like I always do with layers. By the way, before I start, real quick, a couple of you have been asking me what are some of the best tablets to use. Honestly, I think the best tablet out right now is the Asus Transformer Prime. That one mostly just due to the fact that it has quad core. It's a quad core tablet and it's extremely fast. So I got to play with that one a couple of times. It's really fast. So I believe pretty sure Sketchbook works on there. I honestly don't know why it wouldn't. But that's a really good tablet. And I know a lot of you have been asking what tablet I have in particular. Some of you have messaged me. I have the Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1, and it's the first series that was released. I think there is another one since this one, but this is the Galaxy Tab 10.1. I have a if it looks a little funny in this video, even though you really can't see it because it's so dark, but I have a skin on it, as you can see right there. I would recommend getting a skin to help keep it more, keep it in good condition. Also, too, I noticed with the Galaxy Tabs, the one thing I don't like is if they get too hot, they get this weird thing in the screen, but it goes away. So just don't leave it in the car or whatever, and you should be good to go. Anyway, okay. So let's start. I'm going to make my layers here. I always start on the third layer because that's just how I roll. Actually, there's a reason why. It makes it better. For some reason, you can't switch these layers around. I may have mentioned that in another video, but always start on the third one because then if you want to have a background behind, then that's what you need, and if you need to do things on top. So always make sure that your main subject is the middle layer. At least that's just my advice for you. Anyway, so I'm going to start off here by getting some color, or just changing it to black. Also too, okay, I already have my pencil set, so I'm going to make sure I have the right size, and I'm just going to start sketching away. So I'm actually going to, let's try doing, gosh, I don't know, let's just sketch and see what we come up with. So I'm just going to make a little circle. Mind you, when I start my sketches, I start off really messy, so but I actually have an idea for a look for this, so let's just go here. I'm gonna do another robot. I know. I really like robots though, so yeah, you might see a lot of robots on my page, on my channel. Anyway, so I used to use a stylus. I know someone was asking me about styluses. Um, I know Wacom. They make a good tablet. I mean, not good tablet. A good. Well, they do make good tablets too, but they make a good stylus um, for tablets. So I don't remember exactly who asked, but if you're watching this video, that's the place to go is Wacom, and yeah, they make pretty good stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick, simple, very simple sketch, just to kind of show you how my workflow is with the tablets. I hope you can see everything okay. Okay, so let's see. I'm just drawing this from my head, so if it comes out looking a little funky, please forgive me. But that's how most of my drawings are anyway. I just shoot them straight off my head and just see where it goes. Okay, so he is, well, I don't know, is it a he? Why don't we do a she robot? I don't do many of those. But yeah, back to the styluses and stuff, like the pens to draw with and stuff. I use my fingers. I don't know. I need to find a better pen. I'm waiting for a really good one with a hard tip and not like these soft rubber tips. They work good, but just the one thing that I do have a problem with is some of them sometimes they'll catch. So say my finger's the pin, and if I were to slide, it's like or something. I don't know. It's weird, but it catches and it's really annoying. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I want to also show people too that this is because a lot of people like they see me like after I have a drawing pretty much almost finished on my tablet and they're like, wow, that's really nice, and they're like, but you use a computer, like the computer helped you, right? And it really didn't. You have to know what you're doing, and sometimes people just tend to think that, oh well, just because you're on like a computer or something, then that means it was easy. It's kind of funny that a lot of people still have that mindset, but that's not really the case. So, okay, let me just add a few little things like that. Like, so he needs something on his, or her, sorry. How about this strange little vampire-looking collar? So I was just trying to think of like a really corny joke to tell you guys about vampires' collars. But it's not coming together, so I'll just leave it alone. Let's see. She's a robot. She's got to have something. Gosh, I don't even know. Anyway. This is the worst time I could possibly be doing tutorials for you guys when I'm just trying to just figure out what I'm doing, because I have no idea what I'm trying to create here. I'm just kind of letting it roll. Oh, I just got a good idea. I think this will look really cute. And yes, I use the word cute, and I really don't care. By the way, too, if you buy a Samsung Galaxy Tab and if you always leave your notifications on quiet, it will be very annoying because it vibrates a lot when when people are trying to talk to you, like on Facebook, like they are trying to talk to me right now. But you guys are giving the attention today, so boom, be happy. Okay, now this looks freaking messy right now. So what I'm going to do is use the eraser tool, and I'm going to clean some of this up. Because right now, she has like one of those little snow hat thingies on. I don't know if you can tell, but that's what it is. By the way, if my video cuts off, I will continue the rest of it in another video, but it will probably be like chopped, so it will seem like there's something happened. Anyway, I always apologize for too much stuff, but who cares? Okay, what? I hope that I've answered the questions that you guys were wondering about. Google just released a new tablet, the Nexus 7, I guess that's what you call it. Anyway, they just released it though. Or it's like, actually my bad, I take that back. It's not out yet, but it's coming out. It's fairly cheap. I think they're going to give the Kindle Fire a run for its money because it has a front camera for like webcam and stuff, but the killer thing is it has Google's new operating system on it, and it's also it's $200. So if I hadn't known about that, I would have waited when I bought my Kindle. But oh well, I love my Kindle Fire, and honestly, I take that back to some degree because Kindle, they still have a better media library than Google does, I believe. So, okay, so I don't know what I'm doing to this little character, but she's coming along so far. Anyway, Sketchbook is amazing though. I love this. It's so nice just to be able just to sit down and not have to have I love colored pencils and paint and all that stuff, but just sometimes it's such a mess trying to have to put it away, especially if you're in a hurry, or if you go somewhere and you don't want to carry all that junk around with you. Because even though I'm an artist, I've been an artist all my life, but still, it always cracks me up when I see people carrying around like a backpack full of like color pencils and everything. Like, they have everything in there. You're like, wow. And that's about all I say to them too. So, by the way, for those of you who don't like people talking during the tutorials, this is not the channel for you, because I always talk whenever I'm drawing, or at least when I have to try to help people out with something or explain what I'm doing. I tend to talk a lot. I talk a lot in general, so, but it's okay. Okay, so, oh yes, let me see if I can find it real quick. I did do, I'm going to pause on this real quick, I did a new drawing this, yesterday, actually. It's actually from my background. I'm a big Batman fan, and I'm pumped about the new movie that's coming out. But anyway, I did a drawing on my tablet. This one's paper and part of the drawing. Paper and tablet mixed together. But anyway, I don't know how well you can see this, but hope you can see that okay. But yes, I did this one yesterday. Sorry it's sideways, but it looks terrible flipped vertical on my desktop. So anyway, I don't know which screen looks better, on there or... It doesn't matter. Anyway, I did that one. That took quite a bit of time to do. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, that's Bane. And anyway, who cares? Bane. Rah, 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 rah. That's the way he talks, but whatever. Anyway, if you want a tutorial on a drawing like that, just leave it in the comment. Just say, hey, do another superhero or something from a movie, or I don't know, just whatever. Anyway, so the last part of this video I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to upload another video where I finish like the arms and the legs and stuff, but the other part I really want to show you real quick is how shading tends to work in this program. Oops. Now, I guess I should show you. When you do shading, I always do a layer underneath. This is really hard to see, but the robot's on this layer, and I'm going to start doing my shading on a layer underneath. And the reason why, I don't want to lose any of my lines that are really crisp. So, and actually I'm going to be using the regular paintbrush, not this spray brush or whatever. I'm gonna use the just regular paintbrush, and I'm going to change back up here in layers. Down here on the slider, I'm going to change the opacity a little lower, so you'll see why. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna get my brush size, change it to probably about right there, and then I am going to start. You know, sometimes I zoom in and I have to change my brush size. Like I could feel it was too big. Yep, I was right. Okay, so I start putting in some shadow here, and some shadow up in here, right there too. Hope you guys can see. I really apologize. I have a terrible. I'm doing all this with one hand. Usually I use, well, two hands kind of, but whatever. You can always go back and clean up the lines too, so don't worry if you go out of the lines. That's why you don't try to do everything on one layer. I mean, unless you're just that boss, then feel free. By the way, I hope this video isn't too long. I'm sorry, but I'm really just trying to make this worth your while. Like I say in every video, if you guys want me to do a tutorial, that is fine. I think you missed that whole part right there because I think I let my hand go out. But I'm sorry. Whatever. But yeah, if you guys have tutorials that you want me to do, I think I just talked about that a minute ago. Oh, no, that was the Bane tutorial. But if you guys have stuff that you want me to do, feel free. Just be like, hey, John, can you do a tutorial on this or whatever? And I like your guys' questions too. How you guys been asking me about like the Android technology. Anyway, like what would be a good stuff, like a good purchase. That is important to make sure you have the right tools. Okay, so I have that shadow layer, but it's too strong, so what I'm going to do is come back up here and I'm going to drop the opacity even lower. See, and that looks a whole lot better. It's more smooth. So yeah. Okay, so that is one character. Kind of. I'm going to come back. I promise you I'll make another video with the arms and stuff. I actually try to finish another part. It will be part 2. The other robot I did, it was like part 1, part 2, part 3. I'll try to make it not as many parts. I'll just make just like 1 or 3 videos, probably just finish one character. But anyway, so next video I will come and I'll attach arms, legs, and yes, those are weird sound effects. Anyway, so yeah, let me know what you think of this video, and I will be more than happy to do it again. Alright? And don't forget, on the 20th of this month, anyway, yes, I am very pumped about Batman, the last one. It's gonna be awesome. So you can yeah, subscribe to my page and stick around for more tutorials. Any questions on tablets? Oh, for those of you who are wondering, this is a Tegra 2 processor, so it's a dual core tablet. So anything, if you can't afford the Transformer Prime, it's because that one is pretty expensive. I think they may have dropped the price on it, but it is pretty expensive. That's the quad core tablet, which is very fast, but a dual core tablet will do the job. That's what this is. Anything lower, I would say don't buy. Don't buy unless you can find something that works really well that you can try Sketchbook out on. I would just say just save your money. I spent $500 for this one, but that was a couple of months ago, so I think the price even on this one has dropped. But definitely get something with a Tegra processor in it. Those usually they have the most power in them. Alright, so until next time, later.